Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, guys, I am so excited and I'm so honored to say that my very first video of the new year is going to be reviewing the new Blend Bunny Cosmetics, the Dollhouse palette. No, this was actually gifted to me in PR, so thank you so much to Maggie and the team at Blend Bunny Cosmetics for gifting this to me. I am so excited. I was actually really shocked when I got sent this because I never expect to get sent PR, so when I do, I'm like, oh shit, like I just think it's the coolest thing. So you guys want to see what this palette's all about, my thoughts are on this palette, and what type of look I create, well then definitely keep watching. Guys, happy new year. I cannot believe it is 2022. It's going to take me a hot minute to remember that it's 2022, but I am so excited. This is a new year. I have so many manifestations and goals that I would like to hit this year, so fingers crossed. My goal is to hit 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year. That'd be so freaking cool. So hopefully we can achieve that together. If not, that's okay. I would be happy with 40,000. So anyway, guys, if you guys don't know, I absolutely love Blend Bunny Cosmetics. The first palette I ever reviewed was actually last January. I reviewed the Blend Bunny Cosmetics, the Blend palette, and that palette blew me away. It is such an incredible palette. I mean, like literally the mattes are so pigmented, but yet they're so blendable. Like they literally can blend themselves, and I'm just like, holy shit. Now, in that video, I tried to recreate one of Maggie's looks, and let me tell you, it was a fail. Maggie, if you guys don't know, she is the owner of Blend Bunny Cosmetics, and she is such, I mean, my God, is this woman talented at creating the most beautiful, aesthetically pleasing eye looks. Like the looks that she creates, I just stare at it going, how did you do that? Like, how did you do that? And I've tried to recreate her looks numerous times, and I fail each time. But you know what? That is okay. That is the beauty of makeup. But she is so unbelievably sweet. Her business is blooming like crazy. Not only did she launch the Blend palette, but then she launched the Surge palette, followed by a brush set, and now she's launching the Dollhouse palette, which I am so excited. Now this is going to be a neutral palette, and I know you guys know I am not a neutral bitch. I am a color whore. But ever since I reviewed like the Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutral palette back in October, I've actually been really getting into nudes. I don't know what's going on. And like the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette, dude, I've been getting kind of into nudes lately. I don't know what's happening, but no matter what, I will always be a color whore at heart. But yeah, I am so unbelievably honored to be reviewing this palette today. This is going to be so much fun. I love Blend Bunny Cosmetics so much. I literally featured them in the best of the 2021 makeup products. They are my #1 palettes that I talked about, like the #1. So with that said, guys, I'm sure you guys are wondering, what is the Blend Bunny Cosmetics, the Dollhouse palette? Neutrals, the Blend Bunny Cosmetics way. This 30 shade palette features complete matte trios in warm browns, vintage mauves, romantic rose, and smoky khaki tones. Our creamy shimmers are everything you need, from a sparkly smoky moment to a pop of unexpected color. This palette features a beautiful mirror because I knew that this color story could be very well on-the-go palette for many. This features 30 shades, it has 18 mattes and 12 shimmers, and it does retail for $45. But now I want to let you guys know that by the time you guys see this palette will have officially launched, because it does launch January 2nd, which is a Sunday. It's going to be today by the time you guys see this, but it's going to be Sunday, January 2nd at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which would be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But again, when you guys see this palette will be officially live. And the best part, guys, is that you guys can use my code Allie to save you guys 10% off your purchase. Now, my code is not affiliate, so I do not get paid in any way, shape, or form. It's just a discount code to give to you guys, so you guys can take some money off your purchase and get this gorgeous, gorgeous palette. So with this said, guys, let's go ahead and dive straight on into the Dollhouse palette. Now, when you open this up, I was actually pleasantly surprised to see a mirror because I did not know there was a mirror. So when I saw there was a mirror, I was like, oh my gosh, say hello, hello. But there is a mirror, which I was actually really pleasantly surprised about because our other two palettes do not have mirrors. So I was like, oh my God, there is a mirror. Then we have the palette right here. Now, there are going to be 18 mattes and 12 shimmers in here. And I have got to say, the shimmers in this, chef's kiss. I swear to God, they're so creamy. They're so buttery, and they blend like butter. They're so goddamn good. And then the mattes are super, super pigmented. A little does go a long way, but they blend out absolutely beautifully, which I really, really do appreciate. So here we have the palette right here. You guys can obviously see that we have the very top row being the shimmers, very bottom row being shimmers, with all the mattes in between. You can do definitely a very, very, very smoky eye look with this. You can do an everyday neutral eye look with this, and you can also do soft romantic looks with this as well. I do like the fact that it is a neutral palette, but it does actually have some pops of colors in there. So like me, who loves color, is like, ooh, okay, I can still work with this palette. Now, when I saw this palette, I was like, oh my God, because some of the looks that Maggie created, I was like, I have to recreate. So I'm gonna kind of go out of my comfort zone today, and I'm gonna play with this black shade stitched right here. She did a look where she did stitched, attic, and display followed by lace. She just went down this row right here to create such a beautiful eye look. And I want to do something very, very similar, not exactly the same, but very similar with my own little twist to it. You guys already know, if you guys have been here on my channel for a while, that I find blacks to be super, super, super like intimidating, because I feel like one false move, bam, that's it. You mess up your entire eye look and it can go to shit real fast. So I'm going to step out of my comfort zone today, and we're going to play with that color. Hopefully what I have in mind looks beautiful, but we shall see. Time will tell. But this is such a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. I was actually pleasantly surprised. Like the shade Tully, like this is a dual chrome shift. Ah, gorgeous. Oh, and the shade Chantilly. Oh, bitch, like these are so ungodly creamy. And then we have lace. Now lace definitely has some flakiness too. You guys can see right there where it definitely flakes off just a bit. So I feel like a little bit of a lighter pressure might be better with that one. But when I swatch these for you guys, like let me just show you. Like, do you guys see that? As Teresa is dead would say, this makes my makeup dick so hard. I freaking love this. So before we dive into this, I want to let you know that she also has some brushes that she launched, and these actually came out a couple months ago. And there's 5 brushes in here, and they do retail for $35. Again, you guys can use my code to save you guys 10%. But these are absolutely incredible. This is what she uses to create every single one of her eye looks. And I really, really love about these brushes is how small these are. So if you have like really hooded eyes, these would be really good eye brushes for you, because they could just get right up here in the nook and cranny, lay down color, help to blend it out. And I just am so excited. I will be using these today. I know I have my own brushes with bling brushes. I trust me, they're my absolute favorite. But since she used these to create her eye look, and I'm doing something very similar, we're going to use the same thing too. So with that said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to zoom you guys in. We're going to get this eye look started. And I can't believe this is my first video of 2022. I'm so excited. So let me go ahead and get you guys zoomed in. Okay, so in her video, in her IG video, it looks like she uses like the smallest blending brush to lay down the shadows. So that's what we're going to use today. I am going to go into the shade Stitched right here, and we're going to start to lay that down. I was so nervous. I really, really, really hope that this look turns out okay. Only time will tell. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So we're going to take this, and I have it on the B2 brush right here. I hope this is the right brush. It looks like it's the right brush, but I don't know. I'm just guessing. So I really hope that everybody had a beautiful, beautiful New Year's. I spent my New Year's at my best friend's family house. We went and we just like had fun. We had pizza, we played games, and they went swimming, and it was such a great time. So nice just to relax and spend time with like your family and friends, you know. So to me, it was a really, really good day. And then right after midnight, Corey and I went home because we just wanted to celebrate together. And I just wanted to be with my dogs because I love my dogs, and I always feel so guilty if I leave my dogs home alone. I'm always like, oh, I'm such a bad mom. So we made sure that we came home rather quickly because I was like, I want to be with my dogs. They're my babies. That if you guys see anyone commenting on one of your comments that has my picture, but it's a weird WhatsApp number, that's not me. That is someone trying to scam you out of money. Please, please, please don't fall for it. It's so annoying that scammers are trying that hard. And I've had people reach out to my DMs saying that they contacted the WhatsApp number. I'm like, I literally said in my video, don't do that. I literally said in my video, do not talk to anyone unless it's from my personal IG account or my physical Allie Dawson YouTube account. Don't fall for anything. So please, guys, if you see that commenting on your post, please know that is not me. I don't have WhatsApp, nor would I tell you that you're a short list winner, whatever that person was trying to say. It's not me. It's not me. Okay, so now that it's laid down, oh my God, I feel like this is already looking bad. Okay, we're going to take the shade Addict and we're going to start to buff that out. I'm nervous. I don't know why every time I do a review like this, if it's like Blend Bunny, if it's like Jaclyn Cosmetics, if it's like Lunar Beauty, Laura Lee, like, you know, people that I actually like look up to, and if I know that there's a potential that they're going to watch my video, for some reason, I'm like, you know what would be really fun? What would spice this video up is if I mess up what and show that I don't have skills. That I feel like that's what I do every time. I get so freaking nervous. I don't know why. I'm such a weirdo like that. I guys, you know, it's so funny. You guys always say I have so much lid space, but in reality, I really don't. I mean, I have like a lot of lid space, but I don't have a lot of space between my brow and my lid. Wow, this looks beautiful. But I don't have like a lot of lid space like when it comes to that. I just have like a lot of like lid space, but not space between my brows. So everyone who does that have that is like, I freaking envy. All right, now we're gonna take display. We're gonna try to make this work, guys. I don't know. I mean, these colors are blending out beautifully, but I don't know. I think I might have had it too high to begin with. Okay, see, that blended out really, really nicely, but I feel like there's too much black on the lower lid, so I'm actually gonna try to clean that up just a bit. See if I can try to do what I'm trying to do. Okay, so did anybody watch the 20th reunion of Harry Potter on HBO? I watched it when I woke up, and let me tell you, I cried like a little bitch. Oh my God, I cried like a little bitch. Because if you guys don't know, I am actually currently rereading the series just because I wanted to. It's been so long since I've read a series that really like captivated my attention, right? So I wanted to reread Harry Potter, especially since I haven't read it since I was in high school, right? So rereading it again for the first time is just truly a different experience. Like, I'm really freaking enjoying it because I'm like, holy crap, it's been so long since I read this. I forgot like how good these series are and how much they like actually did change, you know, because you forget. So we woke up and we started watching the special, and I was crying, especially at the end with Rupert and Emma having like their personal like one-on-one talk. I thought that was the absolute sweetest thing. So if you guys haven't got a chance to watch it, I highly recommend you do. And it's so cool to like see like behind the scenes stuff. It was really, really enjoyable to watch. Really enjoyable. I want to go ahead and put back some what I left down. Let me just take a little bit more of this. We're gonna go back into that first shade Stitch, and I'm gonna take it not on my brush, but I'm gonna take a bling brush. This is the L1. It's actually a lip brush, but it's tiny enough that I can just, because I want to like pack the black right back here again, but I'm not gonna go that far. Like, I'm not gonna go that far in, so I'm just gonna kind of pack it right here. Then we're gonna take the shade Figure, this green shade, and we're gonna put that right next to the black. I really, really hope that my vision that I have for this comes to life. We're gonna start to just pack that right next to that and hope that what I'm envisioning comes to fruition. Okay, it looks messy now, but I'll still get it cleaned up. Then we're gonna go into the shade Chantilly, and we're gonna lay that right next to that green. Very, very lightly. We are going to go into the shade Lace, and we're going to put that right in the center, and then we're going to try to blend out everything to make it like look as pretty and blended as possible. Now the fun begins trying to make this all blend together. So let's try this out. Okay, so this needs to be cleaned up. I'm going to clean it up, see if I can make it work. If not, we'll try something else, but this is how it looks right now. It does not look good. It needs to be worked on, needs to be blended, but I'm trying, so I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so here it is. I just ended up covering the figure shade with Chantilly. I just feel like that was better for the blend to do that. So here is the look. I don't know how it's going to turn. I don't really know how I feel about it. I feel like I need to see it with lashes and whatnot to see the final product, because I'm going to soften this up just a bit, but I just want to see what it looks like with lashes on. So I'm going to do the other eye off camera. Hopefully this will turn out exactly how I'm envisioning it. I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone. Like I said, I never play with black because I find black to be so intimidating. So I will say though that they are blending out unbelievably. That black shade stitch blended out so nicely. I was like, what the heck? I was so surprised. So hopefully I can recreate this on the other eye. Hopefully this looks nice. So I'm going to go ahead and do it off camera. I'll come back and do the under eye with you guys. So fingers crossed. Otherwise I have to take this off and do it all over and we do something else. So like that, guys. Okay, now that the makeup is on mostly and the eyes are done, I'm actually really starting to like how this looks. So we're gonna really like smoke this out. So I'm gonna go back into the Dollhouse palette and we're gonna go back into that shade Stitched here. And this time we're gonna take it on my flat liner brush. This is gonna be the E38 brush. We're gonna take this and we're literally gonna stamp it underneath the waterline. But not even all the way. I'm just going to stamp it like right here. Like kind of like push that in. All right, so we kind of stamp that in. And then we're going to buff that out with the shade Attic that we used earlier. And we're going to take a little bit of display. Again, we're going to use the same colors we used earlier. We're just going to lightly mix and mix. So it has like a nice kind of like smoked out look. Then we're gonna go back into that shade Figure right here, and we're gonna take it and we're gonna line right in the middle. Then we're gonna go back into that shade Chantilly right here, and we're gonna take it on my same brush right here, and then we're going to stamp it right on top of that green. It's like that shade Figure just kind of gives like a base. Just kind of stamp that right there. And then we're going to go back into that shade Lace, which we put right in the center. And we're just going to tap that in just right there ever so slightly. You want to be careful with the shade because like I said, this one does flake just a bit. It's kind of like light and subtle. See? Ooh, look at me trying to be like a freaking beauty YouTuber or like influencer. I just like to have fun with makeup and I just like to experiment. And you know, there's so many of you guys in my comment section that always get like really like scared to try to branch out and like try color and whatnot. Guys, go for it, because what's the worst that can happen? It looks like shit. Okay, that's fine. You just take it off and start over. That's exactly what I do. I do a lot of trial and error. I know there's some people out there with before they film, they practice their makeup look, but I don't. I don't practice my makeup look except when I'm filming with you guys. So that's when I practice it. I do everything like on top of my head, and if it works, it works. If it works, that's great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. That's the whole point of like doing these reviews with you guys, is trying out everything together, you know? So I always say go for it. So if you guys want to try color, try color. If you guys want to try neutral, try neutral. Like, you literally have nothing to lose. If it doesn't turn out the way that you wanted to, that's okay. You could just take it off and start over. I mean, you guys have literally seen me mess up God knows how many times at this point. So I'm definitely not perfect. It definitely just like, you know, practice makes perfect, but I feel like I'm always going to need practice, honestly. I feel like I'm never really going to get like my blending down fully. It's just something that I don't think that I'm really blessed with, you know, and that's okay. Like, it's all right. I don't mind, but it's just fun. It's just fun. All right, my eye is watering because I got some powder in it, but let me go ahead and finish off the rest of the makeup look. I'm actually gonna put on a black eyeliner on my waterline, and then I'm gonna do my inner corner with a highlight, and then finish off my lips, and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts on the Blend Bunny, the Dollhouse palette. So I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, and this is the final look. So what are my thoughts on the new Blend Bunny Dollhouse palette? Oh Oh my god, guys, I freaking love this palette. And you guys know how I feel about neutrals, but for some reason, I really am loving the look that I created. Now, this is definitely an inspiration from Maggie because she used that whole row right there to create a really beautiful smoky eye look, but I wanted to spice it up a little bit by going in with some greens instead of just using the colors that she used. And I was really scared about it at first, but as I started to do it, I just really fell in love with it. So Maggie, thank you so much for the wonderful inspiration, but I freaking love this palette. This palette is just so goddamn gorgeous. Like, I truly am shocked at myself because you guys know how I feel about neutrals, but the fact that I am in love with this, I feel like it's just saying something. The mattes, my god, do they blend like there is no tomorrow. I cannot stress that enough. Anyone who's ever tried Blend Budding Cosmetics knows exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to their mattes. They're so pigmented, but they're so easy to blend out. Like, I'm not kidding. These are some of the easiest shadows to blend out. I was really intimidated by this shade Stitched, but it was one of the easiest shades to blend out. And like, this whole row was just super easy to work with. They blend out beautifully within each other. The only thing I kind of struggled with was trying to get this shade Figure to work. It's not the palette's fault. It's just more of my fault for lack of skills in that department. But I was able to replace it with Chantilly right here, and this is a gorgeous shimmer. Now, I will say the shade Lace right here, it does flake, so you have to be careful how much you use of this because whenever I dig my finger in here, it does flake off a lot. Now, it's not really flaking off on the eye, but I went with really light pressure so that it doesn't do that flakiness. But I do notice that with that shade, it does flake. The shade Chantilly does not flake, and I noticed the shade Pretend flakes as well. Everything else, it doesn't really seem to flake in the slightest. Just those two shades I'm having just a little bit of issue with. But other than that, this is such a gorgeous palette. You guys can create the most gorgeous eye looks with this. You guys can do a very soft, romantic eye look with this. You can do an everyday neutral eye look with this, and you could do a really smoky eye with this. I love what I created. This is definitely not a neutral eye look, but I love the fact that I can use a neutral palette to create something as beautiful as this. I feel very sexy. I feel like I can go out on a really sexy date right now with my husband, and I absolutely am loving how this turned out. I feel like it really complements my eyes and whatnot, and I just think this is truly such a freaking incredible palette. Like I said, you guys can use my code Allie, which will save you guys 10% off your purchase. This palette is live right now. It does retail for $45, and if I were to make any suggestion, as much as I love my brushes, you guys know how much I love my brushes, I highly recommend checking out her brush set right here. I only use this and two of my own brushes to create today's eye look, and I just feel like these are so incredibly soft. Like, these are some of the softest brushes, and I really am inspired by these brushes, so that if I were to ever do a collaboration with bling brushes again, I'd want to implement some small brushes like this and make them just as soft and durable and really easy to work with as well, because these are really good, especially trying to get into that nook and cranny of your eye. These are really easy to work with. So man, Maggie, once again, congratulations on launching another kick-ass palette. Truly, I was shocked by this palette. I was shocked for how much I freaking loved it, because I was not expecting to love it as much as I do, because the fact that it is neutral. I love the fact that you have a mirror in here now, but these are truly some amazing shades. I used to always go into the Blends Bunny palette. I used to always go in the Blends palette to grab the black shade to line my waterline with, and now I'm going to be dipping into this so much because I cannot get over how freaking amazing this palette is. I love it. So Maggie, thank you guys so Maggie and the team at Blend Budding Cosmetics, thank you guys so much for gifting this to me in PR. That was actually incredibly sweet of you guys. I'm so in love. So if you guys want to know what I'm wearing on my face, I'll make sure I link everything down below in the description. But please go check this out. It is live right now. Go support small businesses. You guys know how much I love indie brands, and they are truly one of the best people to work with, best customer service. I know that every single time anyone's had issues with any of her palettes, Maggie has personally taken care of it. She delivers the best customer service. So I keep seeing time and time again of people going back to the brand because of how well their customer service is, and that just speaks volumes on a brand. Those are the type of brands that I love to work with, and and those are brands that I like to work with and review and talk about and use, because I love brands that not only care about their consumers but also create some of the most badass products out there. So yeah, guys, that is it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys like this video. If you do, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do typically post about 4 to 5 times a week, although I am posting extra videos this week because I do owe you guys extra content from Vlogmas. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's Art for Life, where you guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey, and a huge, huge thank you to all these wonderful patron members that you guys are here. Thank you guys seriously so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, just thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Bye. They're my number one, like, the Dollhouse palette. So this was gifted to me in, no, I was just start that over. Guys, welcome. Blend Bunny blend. I reviewed the blend because I only use this minus a few things that I use. I only use this and 2 of my own. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post every single day in the month of Vlogmas, but Vlogmas is now official. I do post